Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to our weekly channel collective. I'm sensing the energy of someone who is very grounded, finding their calm amidst the chaos. That's the vibe for today. 17 and 71 is coming through. So you're in a state where the external environment around you could be causing havoc, could be causing a lot of uncertainty, and you have mastered being still in the eye of the storm, as they say it. That is ultimate power, and that is the goal of any alchemical process, to transmute the pain, the fear into wisdom, rather than falling into the victim mindset, like, why is this happening to me? Why do I have to face all of this? 111 on the timestamp. So, Emperor, Empress energy coming in off a divinely balanced masculine, feminine collective. So, woohoo! Shout out to y'all. 1 to 3 on the timestamp. Um, yeah, so that is the goal of any alchemical process, to stand in a place where you can believe in your ability to transmute the energy that's coming your way into abundance, not just for yourself, but eventually you start radiating it, right? So it affects anyone who comes into contact with you. This is the game of frequency, and you're playing it so well. I'm so excited. And this is the beauty of creation, where when seasons of being in the void, in the darkness, surface, we realize these are spaces for growth, and spaces for clarifying further what direction you want to grow in next, right? So these few years and the upcoming years are opening us up to the fragility of the systems that our societies have been based on, and they might seem to rattle the reality, the fabric of reality we've been used to, but it's happening at a time when humanity has awoken to the percentage which carries forward the light, which carries forward um, a conscious leadership map. And this is what you are now confidently leading, as you've been practicing these rituals, these um, disciplines, these mindsets that make one the best of who they are. Self-actualization, right? 333. So we're all gifted with abilities. We're all carrying like such intelligent systems within our bodies, but not many of us tap into those abilities and actually explore them. So, being someone who has trailblazed this path for the fabric of reality you coexist in, being someone who is embodying the courage, being someone who's embodying the groundedness during a time of massive change and even conflict around the world. Just being seen as this embodied self that you've become by other people, just being seen as that by other people. Do you realize the charismatic work that you're doing in raising the frequency and raising the vibration of this planet as Earth steps into an era of massive change? And whether or not how beautiful the results are, the process of change can still be challenging because you're adapting, you know. And this is the wonder of being on this planet, which is building your adaptability muscle. You know, that's the goal, that's what we're aiming for. Um, and realizing that we are in a simulation and we are here to serve a purpose and also train ourselves, train our souls, or um, understand and receive our souls in this dimension. So I'm getting in the energy of a collective that is super duper tuned in and fully standing in purpose, carrying light and radiating it. So, a very important message that's coming in as we speak of this is to pour into yourself and remember that you are experiencing the human side of the journey as well. So, all the emotions, all the dark sides of our beings that surface through uncertain times, through the void, through the black space of creation. Even though it is beautiful, even though we've learned how to work with it, it still has this human aspect of itself that you need your full attention and focus towards, um, to nurture and to acknowledge and to love through this period, so that um, you're developing yourself holistically and no part of you is remaining in the shadows, unseen, because those unseen parts of us can then surface as um, pain or trauma that starts to show up as symptoms of um, things going wrong in our life. But those are really just parts of you that are begging for you to be seen by, you know. So it's very important to, as you hold this frequency, as you weave the collective dream, 739 on the timestamp. So this is really speaking of a very grounded hierophant kind of energy. You've gone through those experiences, you've alchemized them, and now you're holding this grid, this um, example for people to be inspired by. And it's not that you have to go out of your way or feel so pressured to do something. It's just a way of your being now, a way of your living. And we have this massive times of change going on this planet, through which people are being called to reinvent themselves, you know. And as you reinvent, your whole previous way of living just crashes, and you need new or visionary ideas to be able to grasp them and to be able to see them grounded, you know. So you being someone who's embodying this frequency are a source of comfort for people who are just beginning to reinvent themselves, and being able to see that this reality exists lowers the barrier for people to have those experiences in their lives as well. 853 on the timestamp. So yeah, this is very important that through this time you pour into yourself, you nurture your being, and you really slow down to enjoy every passing moment and the little wonders and joys life offers, because those are what add up to become the big um, satisfying experience, right? And sometimes we can get a bit lost with doing and getting things done, especially when there's an energy of fear unfolding. So really taking this moment to observe yourself, 937, observe yourself and notice, are you able to slow down? What is it that is helping you slow down and savor the moment and let yourself be held um, through the storm, you know? Because the storm is a simulation, to get you to practice the muscle you're here to practice, basically. And while you practice, you're dearly held. And as you come out of this practice, as you know, come to the other end of the training, you will see the gifts shining even more brightly through you that have been trained through this period. So this is a message of confirmation that you're very safe, you're protected, and that any energy of fear that is surfacing, take it as extra energy, right? So we're at this level of energy, for example, in our normal state. But if there's fear or things going in a turbulent direction around us, it means it can generate fear, and fear is a form of energy. So from here, we have now some extra energy. This extra energy can become negative if we ignore it, if we pretend it doesn't exist. It becomes unseen in the shadow that we were talking about, and then it shows up in different ways just to be seen. And if we keep ignoring it, it starts to become 11:11 on the timestamp. It starts to become a force that sort of feels like hindering our progress or hindering us in some way. So recognizing it, knowing that now we have extra energy, so rather than ignoring it and trying to hide from the discomfort, embracing it and just acknowledging it, naming it, that yeah, I'm feeling fearful or I'm feeling uncomfortable right now, makes it lose grip over us. Just naming it takes away so much of the power that fear can hold over us. And then the second step is asking yourself, what is it that can make me feel more secure and safe at this time? What is one small step that will make me feel secure? And take that step for yourself. Show up for yourself. Show up as the version you're aspiring to be. Show up as that person little by little daily, and the next 1 to 3 months are coming in as a massive glow up for you. And you've gone through many of these periods, so you know the beauty of this. Yes, it comes with some discomfort of embracing change, but eyes on the prize, babes. It is so rewarding. So yeah, a beautiful glow up is very, very aligned and coming in for this collective. I'm feeling it, I am feeling it, and I know that you are too. So really, really happy to read this energy. So exciting. And it's possible that you're experiencing some body discomfort as well. So bloating or discomfort in breathing is pointing towards this leap of ascending, when you're ascending from one state of being, from one consciousness level to another. And you might be like, well, I just went through one. Well, yes, babes, you are ascending loops after loops. And 3 to 1 on the timestamp, you are the trailblazer. You are the one you've been waiting for. And it's so beautiful to see this collective rising, embodied. Earlier, like until a few months ago, it was more like, okay, I have this idea, this is happening, I feel it, I sense it, but I don't see those people around me doing those things. I feel so lonely. And now it's transitioning into a period where your reality is mirroring back that growth to you in form of your own experiences, and in form of your community showing up unafraid as themselves with the message they're here to carry. So congratulations, and also really so proud of you for staying committed to this journey of alchemy, where you transmute painful life experiences into wisdom, not just for your soul and yourself to enjoy this human experience, but also for people who are witnessing your human journey. Lots of love. This is such a nice message coming through. Started with the more quiet energy, but it's glowing up into a bubbly, exciting energy. So it's speaking of the transition that's coming along in the next few weeks to months, 1 month to 3 months for you. And sink into that quietness. If it's calling you, sink into that groundedness and let your soul speak what you're meant to hear. That's the message. Let your soul speak. There is no rush, there is no urgency for anything. Everything is moving according to divine timing and plan. And your only job is to open yourself to this experience and do a trust fall into your higher self's arms, because you are so held, baby. You are so protected and so held. So that's all that's coming through for today. Well, we'll close with a message from our Star Seeds Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. Let's see how Spirit wants to spice up our channeling. Oops. So in my practice, any card that falls down is not for us. So let's see what comes up here. All right. So this beautifully ties up our whole reading together. It says, breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe, which comes up with the feelings of fear. We feel like, oh, we have to do fast action to feel better or for things to show up the way we want them. But we don't have to move too fast to know that everything is moving to divine timing, as we discussed earlier. It's just so beautiful when confirmations come in like that. So yeah, you're held, and it's a time to surrender to the rhythm of life and surrender to the beauty of magic. Leave space for magic and know that things are unfolding in front of you just as they need to be at this time. You're exactly where you need to be at this time, and that's a beautiful closing message. So 1711 is coming through. That could resonate with you somehow. And the color yellow and solar plexus activations have been coming through. Also throat chakra activations and the color blue. So this could be a good time to just take a deep breath in. And as you let it go, think of the color blue around your throat and the color yellow around your solar plexus. And imagine as if these blue and yellow lights are offering you healing that you can absorb as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, let go of any fear that may be surfacing or bottled up in your body. And you are ready for this adventure, my beautiful, beautiful friend. Thank you for showing up today, and I will see you in the next one. Also very excited to share with you that my website is going live very soon with some delicious community offerings, and a guidebook on ultimate relief from burnout is dropping soon as well. So once it's ready, I'll drop it in the description section below, and I'm really quite excited to share all of that with you. Lots of love. See you then.